All right, here we are at Cherry Gap Shelter. Gavin's getting his stuff packed. But we're not quite the last ones here. Oh no, that's yeah, we are. Never mind. That's bullfrog stuff up there, I think. So we're geared up and getting ready to go. We're doing 9 today to our next shelter. We had the best water supply yesterday down the hill here that we've ever had. You can see it. Well, I can see the pipe. Right there is the pipe for the water supply, and it was just gushing out. I mean, it's like a household water supply. I put my tent right there, but boy, there were a ton of tents up this way and all the way out, all the way even out to here, all along this ridge right here. But I don't know that we'll see most of those folks again because those guys were doing big malls. So we're gonna head on up the trail here shortly, and we'll be back in a little bit. This is where we've been this morning. We're just getting started, and we're still in the forest. Go figure. I think we will be for a while, but the remarkable thing is the leaves still haven't come out to obstruct our view from seeing from one side of the valley to the other. And my guess is we'll be up on top of that, or maybe this one. I guess probably more closely that one, or maybe we'll shoot between them in the gap right here. I don't know. But we'll see what happens. Every time I've guessed like that, I've been wrong. Maybe I need to guess for the highest peak every time. That way, if I'm wrong, I'll be happy. But we don't have too terribly far to go today. We're doing about 9. That's kind of an average day for us. Here comes Hawkeye up the trail. And we'll see what all we can see today. We've got a gap coming, Iron Mountain Gap is coming up here in front of us. It would be awfully nice to have some trail magic there, but you don't ever get your hopes up too much for that sort of thing. So we'll be surprised if it's there, and if not, we'll hike on through. We'll talk to you in a little bit. Well, it's another lovely spring day. We've got greenery on the ground. We've got views to the outside. And the trail's being pretty good to us today. We've got a lot of ups and downs today. None of them are too big. So it should be a good, easy day of hiking today, we hope. We've done our first up, I think, and it was gradual and comfortable. It's kind of cool. A little tree fell down right there. It's falling in on the side of itself. Here comes our crowd up the road. I'm not quite in the front. Spring is springing. You can see that tree right there. That little one's starting to put out some leaves. Well, once again, this is why we're doing it. This is where we've been brought today. We've got an awesome view off the side here. See the little farmhouses and homes down in the valley there, and the mountains going about as far as the eye could see to the horizon. It's absolutely been gorgeous today. I don't know whether you can see, I'm going to zoom up a little bit here. The water's just kind of trickling down. It's not really a true waterfall, it's just trickling down the faces of these rocks from the very top up there. And it's coming all the way down. Let's see if I can step sideways and go around and let you get a better view of it without stepping off the side of the path over here. So we're going to call that the obligatory mountain stream of the day. And it crosses our path right down here and just kind of falls on off there to the side. Man, that is absolutely gorgeous. We heard it when we were walking up to it. We said, oh, waterfall coming. Not a big one, but it's a pretty one. This is Iron Mountain Gap. And if you wanted to, we've got a sword fight going on. It's on now. It's on now. So this is the kind of crazy that Gavin and I have been dealing with for the last week. And it's a lot of fun. The trail we're going to be leaving on goes up that way past Bullfrog, and to the left, thankfully, it doesn't seem to go all the way up to where that roadish thing goes. But this is the beginning of the section. If you wanted to hike out to Unaka Mountain, you could do that from here. There's plenty of parking. There's a dirt road right there that will get you a little closer to the top of this mess. But yeah, if you wanted to go out there and experience that spruce forest, that'd be a good place. This is a good place to start from. So anyway, we'll go on up the trail as soon as Hawkeye catches up to us, and we'll talk to you soon. We're out of Iron Mountain Gap, starting our next little up here. I think it's going to be gradual, and I bet it'll put us on that ridge line over there. Maybe, I don't know, you never know. This is not actually the trail here. We just stepped off the trail to take a look at this view right here. But we're moving forward. Gavin's not feeling his very best today, but he's got a little bit of food in him, and I think we're going to be able to move forward here just a little bit. It's really kind of neat how the trees are beginning to pop. This one right here in front of us, the little skinny ones, those two are beginning to bud out and sprout some leaves. It's not going to be long before we won't have this view, because all those trees right there at eye level to us that are pretty tall trees that are just planted down the mountain, all those things are going to have leaves on them. But we'll take advantage of this while we can. Alrighty, that's nice. That's Unaka Mountain, and you can see, I hope at the top, hopefully you can see the difference in the foliage up there, that there's the evergreens up on the very top of it. And that's where we were yesterday when we took all the awesome pictures that we had. I'm gonna walk on up the trail just a bit and see if I can get out and get a fuller, better picture of it. Because we got this bit of an opening right here. Yeah, that's what I was going for right there. And yeah, for there you can definitely see where the evergreen starts. But boy, that was a gorgeous place to be yesterday. It doesn't look like it's as icy up there today as it was. But wow, that was absolutely awesome. And that's what it looks like from this angle. We're still thankful to be here. Man, look at this ridge. We've got a big valley cut right there, and this goes in between, and then there's another big valley right over there. And it is absolutely gorgeous out here. It's a beautiful day. We've got some views out there, and our trail kind of goes up and around there. I don't know if you can see bullfrog up there or not, but we're climbing again, and it's gradual, so I can do it. I think we're about to get to the ridge line again, so we'll hike on up. Gavin's feeling a little bit better. He's feeling a little bit odd to his stomach this morning, but I think he's feeling better now. This is a neat little tree here coming up. We're starting to see a lot of leaves like that popping out and just a few days old. It's kind of neat watching the seasons change right here where we're standing. We're about halfway up a climb. I think this is going to be our steepest climb. I hope this is going to be our steepest climb of the day. We got some good views, and I'm hoping that we're going to have even better views when we get up to that blue sky right up there. We'll see what we see. And we also continue to have these little pinkish, or whatever, not pinkish, but whitish, purplish flowers down here. I don't know if you can see those very well or not. And a couple that are in the sun. Those things are gorgeous, and they just line the trail kind of all over. And it's really neat to be up here. Let's see what else we can see. Let's see. Back out. Try not to jiggle too much. We got mountains on that side too, but they're distant. It is a beautiful day. I'm glad to be here. Starting to have some bees and bugs flying around. God is at work here. Well, as the trail often does, we crest what we think is going to be one hill, and there's two more in our place behind it. But thank goodness it has been colored with green and white flowers and some grass lining the trail. And it's going to be a gorgeous trip up to the top of this little thing. We are having a good time today. Hearing the birds. I don't know if you can hear them. I don't know whether this microphone picks up birds or not. But there's several of them out here singing. We're going to go to the top of this, I guess. I'm going to have to put the phone down and get my four-wheel drive engaged here. If you can see this bee right here on these little flowers, but that kind of gives you some idea of the scale of these little flowers and how many there are. when we see one of these little white areas that are just absolutely covered. And the bees are starting to work a little bit. I'm taking that as a sign for spring, but I thought that a few days ago before it had frozen, before we had frozen precipitation yesterday. That little guy's going to town right there. I believe that's the only time I've ever, oh, he's looking for another one. Yeah, I think he's going to be out of frame for a little while. So anyway, we got some bugs and bees and such as that coming around, and we're hopefully finally kind of coming to the top of this climb right here. It's a pretty steep one. That's kind of where we've come from, down in that area back there. So we're making progress, moving towards our goal. And it's absolutely gorgeous out here another day. I stopped to take a picture of these things. I have seen them all along the trail, and I am pretty sure that Bullfrog says they're May-apples, but I'm curious. Definitely got to put that one up. I hope we have enough service tonight that I can activate iNaturalist. But anyway, at the end of that climb up there, past the big rock, I don't think I had gotten quite to it when I took the picture of the bees. But now we're right up here on this ridge. It's absolutely gorgeous again. You're probably tired of hearing that. I think that for the last couple of weeks, I've had better weather than most people get on the AT by far. We're blessed. We're blessed to be here. We're blessed with our trail family and the fact that we have good support back home, that Mom and Griff are in support of our trip and are able to come out and visit us occasionally, even through probably the halfway point or better. It won't be too terribly far to drive, but the views that we've had today walking through the forest have been unbelievable. Oh boy. We just finished another climb. Thankfully, we've got things to see at the top. So this is awesome. And that's where we're going, back down and along the ridgeline for a little bit. And I'm sure we've got another up before we get to our shelter, but I think it's just 2.5 miles to the shelter, so we'll be all right. We will be good. Look at that greenery down there. It's just incredible beauty out here, and I'm proud to be here. But we've just come back by this, and Bullfrog and I are sitting here looking at it, trying to figure out. He's got a book that's got some history. He said he thought we were going to pass in a memorial today. We can't decide whether this is it or not. And I know somewhere on the trail we passed an old chimney, but I don't think that's got enough rock there for that to be what I remember seeing. We'll see. But anyway, we're about half mile from the shelter, and it's gorgeous again. I know you're tired of hearing that. But everything is greening up at once. It's kind of like watching the forest just come to life in front of your eyes. We've got white flowers and yellow flowers. There's some rhododendron up there. Look at this one. I'm not even real sure what that one is, but we got those over here. They're new to us today, I believe. All right, I'm going up the trail. Well, this was absolutely a surprise. This is our good friend Jill from home. And this is Joy, also known as Zigzag. And there's Gavin, who's now a happy boy.
Heck yeah!
We are very pleased. I've got some new shoes up there, and I've got something very cold to drink right there. And it is going to be a great day. Our friends are enjoying meeting our friend. So this is pretty awesome. I don't know whether this one will make it into the final cut or not because of the beer, but I don't know how Tracy's been showing the videos to her third graders.
Oh, well.
So we'll have to do another video tomorrow. But this was absolutely an unexpected treat. I was actually talking to Beth on the phone. I said, there's somebody coming through the woods with a dog in a red pack that looks a lot like Joy. And I said, and that looks an awful lot like Jill. Holy crap. or something like that, I think I said. Gavin is beside himself right now.
Yes, I am.